slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Chased out to his right. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Eagles and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
To throw here on first down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
2nd and 10 now. Finds him over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Handoff headed right, Barkley. Wow, and they're actually going to lose some yardage here as they fail to convert. Now they're facing 4th down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Eagles headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They'll start at the opposing 45 following the interception. Throwing it to start this drive. Completed over the middle. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Second down at the 37-yard line.
From the 37. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Pass complete to Goddard. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Talk to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards and an Eagle 1st down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. This This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. It's the Eagles behind the sticks on 2nd and 11. Look into the air here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
3rd and long for him here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Quincy Williams has it. And the Jets are going to set up just beyond the 10-yard line. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be the last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet.
The Eagles ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Don't try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Jets get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
It's sure been tough for this offense to really get into rhythm, to gain that momentum and confidence, because turnovers have interrupted their progress. This is when you need your rookie to step up. Come on, man. Take charge. Put those mistakes behind you and go lead.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And this victory is going to give them a nice shot at confidence as they work through the next couple of weeks and prepare for things to count coming up in Week 1.
Not every Hall of Fame career begins with a superstar debut. Many faces in Canton needed time before they got on the field. Such is how his career is destined to begin.
Ready? Panther 60! Panther 60! Get up!
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, set! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger!
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. He's got room at the 30. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. Big-time play for Philly. 38 yards. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. They'll run the toss to Barkley. Trying to bounce that one outside, but only to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught at 2. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Saquon. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal. Throwing now from the gun, out to his right, and that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. Now they'll be looking at third and goal. They'll look to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Hey, Greg, you think about the NFC East, I was always fond of saying, you're not allowed to rebuild in the NFC East. Think about these fan bases, Philly, Washington, Dallas, the Giants. Their fans don't stand rebuilds very often. Always feels a different pressure in this division to be one of the best teams in the league every year.
Yeah, and it's just such a fun division. And last year with Washington turning it around so quickly, Jaden Daniels and Dan Quinn, what a great story that was. And then, of course, with Philadelphia, the eventual Super Bowl champs, clearly towards the end of the season, it was pretty evident, at least to all of us, that they were the best team, and that's exactly how things played out. So if you're at the bottom looking up, unlike some of these other divisions where you say, okay, maybe I'm not as far behind as it feels, in the NFC East, Mike, there's just not a lot of easy wins in your division, especially if you're the Giants.
We talk about history, and sometimes people go back 5 or 10 years. I just think back to the generations of great matchups amongst these teams. Greg, when any one of these teams goes to visit the other one, it feels like a historic NFL game because of the legacy. That, to me, is why the NFC East is one of the sexiest divisions in all of sports, not just the NFL.
And it has more of kind of like a college football vibe, right? There's rivalries. The fans kind of they hate each other. They're yelling at each other. They're throwing things at the field. It has a little bit more of a college arch enemy, arch rival type of vibe. And I think that's why it's so fun to football fans
The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival, so you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If the game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Gain of 6. First down, Eagles.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Look in middle, and he's got Brown. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
It brings up 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable, incomplete on that 3rd down try. That brings up 4th and short. And that is just a bad time for a mental mistake. You have to secure that ball before you worry about turning upfield. You know it's 4th down. You know where the marker is. You've got to make that catch and keep this drive alive.
The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. And Cam Ward goes #1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll, it kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, a Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. But if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role
Eagles offense ready to take over possession of the football. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good, and there certainly was a lot of it, but can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today? Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll throw out of the gun. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And third down coming up. Back to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The Eagles offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And what an opportunity this is. A chance to take a fourth quarter lead with first and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. To the goal line and in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That his first touchdown of the new year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. throw here to begin the drive. That's caught left side by Goddard. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chiefs' 7-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Barkley. And this one blown up. Good serve and drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. A minute 57 to go in the game. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he's going to go backwards again. The defense coming up big, forcing 4th down.
A loss of 3 yards brings up 4th down.
Eagles offense back onto the field for their next possession. And this one really all over but the shouting. 1 timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Second down, they need 3.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And an Eagle first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. Points were at a premium in this one, but they're able to eke out the victory in this low-scoring affair.